Hi everyone, welcome back, and today is the 11th of June 2021 and I want to talk about a strategy that I'm using and I'll be doing right now, that is avoiding my stock from being called out. How do we roll and adjust the trade? And I'm going to do some new trade today. So let's take a look at the market right now and see what do I have that is pretty close to the money. So I have FSR that is currently in the money. When the stock is in the money, that wasn't really a bad thing because I purchased the stock at $14.85 and I sell a $16 call, so that is about $1.15 away. So when this call option, if it ever get called out, then I stand to gain probably about 600 or 700 from this option alone. Of course, I purchased the FSR in February. So from February until June, I've been selling call without getting called out. So that means I have made all the option profit that I can keep because the stock wasn't called out. But today being the last day of this FSR, so this option is going to be likely to be called out. But this option is probably too deep in the money. But let's take a look at the option change now. The option that is going to expire today, that is the $16 call option. So when we look at the price of $18.18, that is about $2.20 in the money. So if I were to close out this option, I will probably spend about $2.30 or $2.35. And can I roll this to a future date? Of course, when I roll, I don't want to keep the $16 strike. I want to go for the $17 strike. So if I manage to roll out from 16 call to 17 call, that means if the stock get called at $17, I get to make another $500 profit. So let's see if I can do that. And remember, I have to close this up at $2.35, around there. So I try to look for an option that I can sell for $2.35, which I can't do that going into 2 weeks from now. How about going into July at $17? Then I also can't do that. So this option is probably too deep in the money. So unless I'm willing to go for 1 month later, even 1 month later, let's see, on the 9th of July at 17, I probably can try that going for 1 month later, but because the bid and ask is pretty wide, so let me just take a calculation. If we take that into consideration and we take the mid price, so the mid price is probably $2.45. So I can roll that out for a 10-cent credit. I can try to do that. Okay, basically, to decide whether to roll this option out or not, then you have to have a view on this stock, which is FSR Fisker, which is a EV company. So if you are going to roll out 4 weeks later, what is your view on it? Do you think that FSR is going to go up or go down? Of course, if your view is down, then you let the stock get called out. And if the stock were to drop to $16, you can buy again. But if you think that the stock is going to go up from here, then it would be better to roll this option and then you stand to gain another $500. So let's take a look at the FSR chart. So it has been pretty wild for this stock. I mean, I purchased this somewhere in February when it was about $14.85. It go up all the way to $30. Then it dropped even below $10. So right now it rebounds back to about $18 or so. And if I were to roll this out, I have to roll it out to a month later. But let's try to submit the order and see if I can do that. So basically I will have to buy this and I have to sell because I want to roll to a higher strike. I don't want to roll at the same strike. So if I were to roll at a higher strike, that is the 9th of July. Sorry, I forget to click the shift key. So I want to buy back this and I want to sell this option. So this one say that I can fetch a credit of 13 cents at the mid price. So but my calculation is about probably 10 or 11 cents. I'm going to do 3 sets of this. I have 500 share on this stock, so I think I'm going to reduce it. So that means if this is successful, I will take a profit on 200 share and then I have another 300 share. But if this is not successful, if this order did not went through, then I will get caught at $16 and then I will just take the profit of the FSR. And if you take a look at this chart, this account statement on the FSR, so FSR is here, and my profit loss year to date for FSR is 1,003 for the duration of February until now. So I think that's alright for me. I'm okay to take the profit, but I also want to try to roll this out. So let me try for 11 cents and for just 3 contracts. So 2 of the contract will get called out today. So if this is done, okay, so I managed to roll it out. So let's take a look at FSR again. So of the 500 share, I managed to roll 3 contract out. So I'm keeping 300 share that is going to expire on the July. So if FSR can stay above $17, I stand to gain another $300 because it's 3 contract. So 2 of the contract is going to be called out tonight. That is most likely to happen unless FSR were to drop below $16. I don't think so. So I will let the 2 contract get called. So I will reduce the position of the FSR from 500 share to 300 share. And then I will have a 17 call moving forward. And let's take a look at another stock, BLNK. So I have this 39 trade price and I sell a 39 call, and currently BLNK is at about $38.82. So that is pretty close. I may get called out from this BLNK, but I want to keep BLNK for a little while longer. Okay, the same thing happened to decide whether do you want to roll or do you want to keep or do you want to let the stock to get called out. Basically, I'm still bullish on BLNK. So I'm okay to get called at 39. Even if I were to get called of this stock right now, and we look at the account statement here, and if you look at BLNK, so my profit and loss year to date is $700 just by selling all the put option and call option that I've been doing all this while. So my BLNK stock is actually making $760 year to date. But like I mentioned, I want to try to roll my BLNK also. So let me try to do that. If I want to roll, that means I have to buy this stock. So if I were to buy this, and let's look for 2 weeks later, that's 25th of June. I want to go for a higher strike. So rolling it to 42. I think this is a pretty good position, because if I can roll a position from 39 to 42, which means that if the stock were to continue to go on an uptrend, I will make another $300. And on top of that, if I can roll this with a credit of 95 cents, then I get to roll and keep my stock and get to collect another $95. For the FSR trade, I managed to roll 3 of it for 11 cents. That means I roll it with a credit, I get to keep my stock, and I get to collect another $33 for the FSR. So for BLNK, it's the same thing. Let me try to do it at a mid price of 96, and then we'll come back later. So the mid price is not done, so I probably come back later. And there's another stock that I am looking at is FUBO. FUBO is currently at 29.85, so I have a 31 call that is going to expire today. So my purchase price is 28.58 for this 200 share. I think it's fine. So I'll just leave the FUBO as it is, and then next Monday when this expires, then I'll try to sell it, because I have 2 contracts and right now it's 12 cents. So this 12 cents is going to become 0 when the stock is below 31. I'm taking a risk here. Of course, if the stock were to go through to 31, then I'll get called out, but that's a good thing as well, because if the stock can go to 31, I make extra $1 from here. So I will leave the FUBO trade alone, and let's go back to the BLNK. I think I need to adjust it. We'll just go down bit by bit. So okay, I'm done for BLNK, and I think I'm okay with it, because for the BLNK I get a 92 cent credit. So I managed to roll my BLNK stock to 25th of June, which is 2 weeks later, and basically I'm still bullish on all my stock. So if the stock continue to go up, then I may continue to roll up and up higher. That's how we plan to keep the stock. And let's take a look at the other trade. Do I have any trade that is coming very close? Palantir at 24.42 cents right now. My call is 26, so Palantir is fine. So I'll just leave it alone. And then I'm going to do a few trades today. So basically last month was not a very smooth month for me, because the stock went up and down, and then this month is pretty good for the account. So because some of my position will get called away, and some of the option actually expire worthless. So I'm going to try to open some trade again. And I still like Open. Let's take a look at Open. So during the May, when the stock was not performing, for my other portfolio, and Open was pretty still holding around the 15 or 16 level. So right now, open is at $17. So let me try. And so for open, it's a monthly trade. So let me try the monthly trade, going for, let's say, $16. 16 put. So I can fetch about $1. So I get to keep the $100 for open. And if it drop below 16, I'm prepared to get a sign, and I'll do my cover call again for that. So I'm opening a new trade on open, and then the next one I want to take a look is actually at T-Dog. I actually make some money from T-Dog for this year, not much, 200 plus. So, but let's take a look at the T-Dog chart. The high was 308, and then it dropped to now it's about 50% discount. So of course there could be a reason why T-Dog have been dropping so drastically from the high of 308 to 154 right now, just during a period of 4 months. So that's something that we have to consider. And then during May, it has dropped all the way, I think, to 130. So right now, T-Dog is at 154. Let me try to do a trade on T-Dog. So I'm going to go into 25th of June. So at 154, so I'll just plug in a figure here, and I'm going to do it at 140. So I'm going to sell it for the mid price. Let me try $1 first, and then I'll come back to that again if it is not done. So somebody come in to lower the bid, so I need to change it. And let's try, probably 94 or 93 is my last. If I'm not done, then I'm not going to take a trade on that. So 93 is my last. I mean, I don't want to take the market price at 85. So at 93, I will just leave the trade alone. If I'm not done, then that's it. I won't be in T-Dog. So the other trade I wanted to do was ARK Invest. So going back to ARKK. So again, looking at ARKK, then where is my, so I'll be making $570 on ARKK for this year. That's pretty fine. So I'm going to do the trade on ARKK, and the price is now 115, and let's try the 2 weeks later at about 105. So 105 is going for 60 and 65 cents. So I will take the 63 or 62. So I'm done on ARK. So the only trade left is T-Dog. T-Dog is not so liquid, so I may not get fill on T-Dog, but that's fine. So let's look at basically today what I have done. Basically, I managed to roll my FSR. I roll 3 of the contract, because FSR I have 500 shares, so I roll 3 of them to 17 call. Reason being is I'm still bullish on this stock, and I want to keep the stock, and it's better to get call at $17 than $16. But of course, there's also a risk that FSR can go back down, which is why I'm just going to do 3 contracts and let 2 of the contract get called out. So the 2 contract that get called out, I will probably make 200-300 from that, and then I'll continue to sell call on that. And then the other trade I did was the blink. I rolled the 39 call to 42 because I'm still bullish on it. And then I opened a new trade on Open and ARK Invest, ARKK. So these 2 trades, when I sell a put, I don't actually want to be assigned, but I'm okay to be assigned. So when I sell the put at 16 put for Open, I wanted the Open to be higher than 16. So the put will get expired worthless, and then I can decide what to do with it. But if the stock were to come down, I would be assigned and I will just think about what to do with it. So I'm filled on T-Dog at 140 put. So these are the few stock that's new. T-Dog, ARKK and Open is just in my portfolio today. So let's see how we do for the next 2 weeks, and I'll update it. And probably Monday there is going to be some trade that's going to expire, and so Monday I'll be selling call on all those trades that expire again. And then this month will be a busy month because I've got trade that expire on the 11th, 18th. A lot of trade is expiring on the 25th. 18th is all the money option that's going to expire, and 25th there's a lot of option that's expiring. So I'll be very busy on Monday, Friday, Monday, Friday. So let's see how it goes. When there's an update, I'll just post a video. Today's video is a little bit long, and I thank you for staying with me. And if you like the video, please subscribe and share the video. Thank you. I will see you on the next video.